This is a ukulele.
Okay, help me figure out how to share it.
One person is viewing.
Yeah, it's me. How do I share it?
Click on it. Click on it again. If it's in the group, you probably can't share.
No, I'm an admin. I should be able
I love this sign. Thanks, Ryan.
to. Ryan, I don't know how to save it or share it.
You probably share it when it's done.
All right. Well, if Ryan tells us how to do it, will you do it?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I can try on my phone.
Okay. Oh, but you're not in the group and you're not an admin. Here. That's the.
Okay.
That's it. Maybe like. Let's turn the volume.
Right, but how do
Okay. Okay. Hi, Internet. How are we doing? Great. I'm Catlynn. This is Ukulele. Really excited to be doing this. Thank you, Ryan, for setting this up. I don't know how many people have a ukulele lying around that they've been meaning to learn how to play, but hopefully it's at least one or two. Or maybe this will make it look really easy, which it is, and you'll order yourself one, and then you'll watch the video again later and learn how to play it. That's the idea. So, also, next week, knitting with Catlynn, which I feel much more comfortable doing than ukulele. But, the idea, we're going to start playing very soon, so if you do have your ukulele hanging out at home, go get it. I'm going to teach you 4 chords, and we're going to learn a whole bunch of songs that you can play with 4 chords. Depending on how it goes, maybe we'll do a 5th chord, which will let you do even more songs. Thank you, cameraman. So, I want to jump right in. I'm going to show you, I'm assuming that your ukulele is tuned. There is a great app that I'll show you at some point. My assistant Jake is trying to figure out how to share this live stream to my page right now. So I'll show you in a minute. But the app is called, I've been saying Kala. I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce that, but it's K-A-L-A. It's an app that'll help you tune. It walks you right through which string to be playing and which way to twist these guys to get it in tune. It's just not going to sound quite right if you're not in tune. So the very first chord that we're going to learn, Jake, tell me if I'm in the...
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So these little guys are called frets. See how I have these lines? So I'm not talking about the actual line. I'm talking about the space in between the lines. So if I were to tell you first fret, don't put your finger on the line. You're going to put your finger in that first space. So that's the first fret, second fret, third fret. For the chords we're learning, that's all you need is first fret, second fret, third fret. Then we have to talk about which string we're on. So the first string is the bottom one, second, third, fourth. And a little later I'll show you the actual visual representation of this, but for right now I want to keep it really simple. So the first chord we're going to learn, you only need one finger. I would recommend that you use your ring finger, and you're going to find the third fret, so 1, 2, 3, and the first string, which is the bottom string. You're going to put your finger on there, and that's the whole chord. You don't have to press very hard. It's a very easy instrument. That's our C chord. Alright, and actually for right now we're just going to start with 3 chords and we'll add the 4th one later. So this is our C chord. Alright, so you'll just get comfortable with how that feels. There's the fingering again. 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, first string, which is the bottom one, and just for ease of playing later, get in the habit of using your ring finger. how am I strumming? I use my fingernails. Jake, am I still like in frame? Can you see the
for
sand?
strumming is good.
Great. So I use the fingernails mostly on my middle finger and my ring finger, but I was talking to a friend about this recently, and like it's a ukulele. You do whatever you want. Some people use their thumb. I like to use my fingers just because when I do get into some more complicated strumming patterns, my up strum sounds better if I'm using my nails. Whatever feels comfortable. Your thumb, your fingers. I suppose you could use a pick. It's really not necessary for ukulele. So that's our C chord. Alright, the second chord we'll need to learn is F, which is going to need 2 fingers. Here's our pointer finger and our middle finger. First fret, second string with your pointer finger. Alright, second fret, 4th string, which is the top. That's our F chord. So again, first fret, 3rd string, so there's 1, 2, 3. Second fret, I'm sorry, it's the second string in the first fret, 1, 2. Second fret, we're going to go on the top string. Okay? So where this really starts to get complicated, the only hard thing about this is switching back and forth. Each individual chord is really super simple, but going back and forth. So this is why we played C with our ring finger, so that we can not have to move that finger. So if I'm going between C and F, I can just take my ring finger off, so there's C. I get set up for F, and I just remove my ring finger. Alright? So that's that. Now, if this is your first time picking up a ukulele, pause, do that 1,000 times. Just C and F. Okay? Then we're going to do our 3rd chord, and then we get to play 2 songs once we learn 3 chords. So this is going to get more fun in a second here. So we have one more chord to learn, which is G. So we're going to do, actually, how do I play G? Okay, great. So we're going to use 3 fingers this time, and my first 2 fingers, my pointer finger and my ring finger and my middle finger, are going both in the 2nd fret. But my pointer finger is going on that 3rd string, and my middle finger is going on the bottom. Better?
I think so.
Okay. So 2nd fret, my pointer finger is going to go 3rd string, and my middle finger is going to go 1st string. Then I take this ring finger in the 3rd fret, and I hit that 2nd string, which is in between. That's our G chord. So I'll show you how to build that again. This one uses 3 fingers. I know it seems crazy. It's okay. My first 2 fingers, my pointer finger and my middle finger, 2nd fret. I'm going to do the 3rd string with my pointer finger and the 1st string with my ring finger. Sorry, with my middle finger. Then I take my ring finger, and in the 3rd fret, I find that 2nd string. And again, you really don't need to be pressing very hard. Just get your fingers there. It doesn't take a lot of strength. Just get your fingers there and strum. I suppose I should tell you how I'm holding this actually. This whole neck right here is resting in this space on my hand. I'm not like gripping it, it's just resting there. So that gives me the ability to do all sorts of crazy things with my fingers. These fingers are not responsible for holding up the ukulele. This space in my hand is responsible for holding up. And then we have G, which is our 3-finger chord. Okay? Again, if this is your first time picking up a ukulele, it probably feels like I'm going really fast, so I'm sorry. But the great thing about the internet is that you can watch this again after you've practiced a little bit. So we have C, we have F, and we have G. And with that, we're going to play a song. I'm going to play for you what it might sound like when you've been playing for a couple weeks, when you're a little more comfortable. And then we will go a little slower. So here's You Are My Sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, those are the easier of the three chords. C and F. There is one G at the very end. Okay? So this time I'm going to get rid of the crazy strumming. We're just going to do this. Okay? And I'll call out the chords for you. We're going to start on C, and it's C for the entire first line. Alright? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Now we're going to switch to F. So get your fingers there. First fret, second string, second fret, fourth string. You make me happy. Now we're going back to C. When skies are gray. F again. You'll never know, dear. C. How much I love you. We stay on C. So please don't take G, my sunshine. Back to C away. So we're C, F, C, F, C, C again, G, C. So let's just try it slow from the beginning. I'm going to try to sing and say what chord we're on. We'll see how that goes. Quick reminder on the chords. Here's C, our easy one finger chord. F has two fingers. First one's in the first fret, second string. Middle finger is on the second fret, fourth string. And then we only have to do this once. At the very end we have a G. Two fingers in that second fret, one in the third, in that nice little triangle pattern. Alright? So we're starting on C. If we're going too fast for you, just play the chords that you can. Okay. Here we go. So starting on C until the end of this line. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Switch to F. You make me happy. Back to C. When skies are gray. F. You'll never know, dear. C. How much I love you. Still C. Please don't take. Here's our G. My sunshine away. See, so you could stop right here and you could just do that for a week. It's going to take some time to get comfortable changing chords. For a while, it's perfectly okay if your version of this looks like this. We get to the end of Only Sunshine. And you have to stop and you have to remember what an F chord is, and you have to get your fingers in place and you get them on there. You make me happy. It's okay. You will get faster as you practice it. So just do what you can. We can also play this really cool song by Bob Marley called Three Little Birds with those same three chords. It's the same three chords. We have our C, we have our F, and we have our G. So I want to show you real quick something I discovered about my Kala app today that I didn't know that it did. I've always just used it as a tuner. Can you kind of see that? So you strum a note, it tells you, you select which string you're doing, it tells you which way to go. Today, I clicked on this little guitar icon in the bottom, and it will help you learn how to play. This is the best thing. So I found Three Little Birds. It'll walk you through the chords and the strum pattern, and eventually it will even let you do everything all at once. How cool is that? When the bar goes by, you play that chord. Don't worry. And you just play along with the iPad. It's the best thing. There's a bunch of songs that are on here for free. And if you wanted to pay for it, you could get even more songs. So that's the Kala app. Okay, so let's play this song. This is gonna be, the whole chorus is just C and F. I remember when I learned to play ukulele, 2-3 years ago? I loved C and F, because there's no overlap in fingers, there's no overlap in frets, there's no overlap in strings. You can just go back and forth between C and F and not really have to do anything. It was the G that always stuck me, so it's okay. You will get there. So the whole beginning of this, we're just going to go back and forth between C and F. So let's see what the finished product might look like. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Okay, so again, if you're watching this 3 months in the future, you're probably ready for that strum pattern. I think that is so much harder to teach than the chords, and I also think it's easier to do than the chords. So I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time teaching you how to strum. You just do what sounds good. That's it. It's a ukulele. It's not a violin. You're not auditioning for some orchestra. You're playing ukulele. So you do whatever you want. That's my opinion. So let's try without the crazy strumming. Same thing, we're just going to go on the beat and we're going to follow the chords, okay? So we're going to start with C. Don't worry about a thing. We're about to change to F. So let's pause. Let's switch our fingers. First fret, second string, second fret, fourth string. We're on our F. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. And there's our C. Same thing again. Don't worry, we're on C. About a thing. We're gonna switch to F. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. And there's our C. Alright, and it is gonna be a little choppy when you're first playing. It's fine. I practiced this all the time because every time I practice, I could feel that pause getting a little tiny bit smaller. And eventually, you won't even think about it. You'll go back and forth between C and F. Alright? So now, in order to do the verse, we need that G chord again. Okay? So we're going to start on C, and then we're going to change to G. Now, I want to give you a little hint. So tell me if can you see my fingers? Great. From C to G, it looks totally different. If you focus on your ring finger, alright? Your ring finger is going from there to there. Alright? These two fingers will kind of fall into place. From C to G, all your ring finger is doing is going up one. Alright, so rather than playing your C and taking your fingers totally off and then getting all freaked out about the G, just think about your ring finger moving up one. Okay? These two fingers are kind of naturally going to form that shape, or they will eventually, from C to G. Alright? So we're going to do this real slow. First I'll play it normal speed so you can hear how it goes. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitch on my doorstep, swinging, singing sweet songs. A melody's pure and true, saying this is my message to you. Alright, so this time we're going to go from C to G, back to C, and then we're really good at going from there to F, and back to C again. And we've done C to G before. Then one time we're going to go from G to F. Alright, G to F. My hint to you, take it or leave it, if you're on G, this time focus on your pointer finger. That's going to be what kind of anchors you to your chord. So from G, here's my pointer finger right here. For an F, I need to get down here, and then this is just a 2-finger chord that will fall into place. Okay, so here's my G, and I'm going to think real hard about where my pointer finger is going in that first fret, second string, and my middle finger is going to fall into place in this easy 2-finger chord. Alright, so let's try it. I'll try to sing and say what chord we're on. I don't know if that's really working, but we'll try it. Alright? So we're starting on C, and then we're going to go to G. Alright? Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. There's our G. Now we're going to C. Three little birds. C to F. Pitched on my doorstep. Back to C. Singing sweet songs. Here's our C to G. Melodies pure and true. And now F. Saying, this is my message to see you. Alright, so I hope that, you are entertained by me teaching you ukulele. I am having a great time, and so now I'm going to show you how to read the chords. Alright? And yes, I was a teacher in another life, if you haven't figured that out. So, you already know these three. And I'm doing it on purpose this way because you already know them, so you can kind of figure out how to read these things. This is what makes it so that you can continue to learn other chords without me. You can look them up on the internet, you Google it, it'll pop right up. So C, you already know, is 3rd fret, 1st string. So that's how you read this chart. 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4. Here's our F. We already know this chord. It was 1st fret, 2nd string, and 2nd fret, 4th string. Alright, so there's our interpretation of the chart. Same thing with G. You can see this little triangle shape I was trying to describe to you briefly. 2 fingers in the 2nd fret, 1 in the 3rd. Here's our G chord. So, here's your quiz. A minor. Here's the chord chart. So can you figure out how to play an A minor chord? You're going to look at what fret it's in. 1, 2. And which string. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should put me 2nd fret, 4th string, right here. Quick tip, play it with your middle finger. It's only one note. It's only one finger. That's our A minor. Now hopefully you've noticed that A minor and F kind of look really similar. A minor is half of an F chord, which makes playing this really easy. So here's my F chord from before. Check it out. All I'm going to do is remove my pointer finger. And it's an A minor. F, A minor. How cool is that? Alright? Adding this 4th chord gives you about 1,000 different songs that you can play. Okay, so we're gonna do Let It Be by the Beatles. Alright? So I wrote up here, can you see this okay?
Yeah.
Kind of. So this is the order of the chords, and I know it's like, it's not all the information that you need, because you don't know how fast this goes, you don't know how many times to strum on each note. But what I'm going to try to do is be really obvious about when we're changing chords, and you can change chords with me. Eventually, what you're going to do for yourself is what I did for myself. So, Jake, help me see if this is in.
Yeah, you're good.
So, this is from the internet. I Googled it. I didn't do anything special. I printed it out. So where the letter is when you change chords based on the lyrics. I couldn't think of a good way to make this visible to you while we're playing together. But if you have, another device nearby, real quick, and want to Google it, ukulele chords for Let It Be, it'll come right up, and then you can look at what I'm looking at. So again, these are the order of the chords. We're going to do C, G, A minor, F. And they're right here, if you forget which chord is which. And I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to do it kind of full speed, full strum pattern singing. I'll try to mark when I'm changing chords, although you should see it with my fingers too. And then we'll go back and we'll do it slower. Alright? I think this is much more fun, even if you miss a couple chords, even if you can't quite keep up. this is much more fun than just drilling, play a C now, play a G now, play an F, right? You gotta have like some fun or else you won't want to do it. Somebody also asked me, I was doing kind of a one-on-one ukulele lesson, she said, how do you start the song? Which is a great question when you're doing your world tour. How do I get into it? So this version of the song actually gives it to me. It says intro and then it has some chords written. If it doesn't, a nice little cheat is to play the last line of the chorus. It's going to be a nice little lead-in for the verse. Am I like blocking this?
No, you're fine.
Okay. So I'm going to play the last line of the chorus. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Alright, so we'll just do that much. So these chords change faster than our other songs, so we're making it a little harder. So let's try it. I'll just try and do the chord progression for you here. We're starting on C, switching to G, A minor. Ooh, that's an A, don't do that. F. Okay? So the strumming pattern is already pretty simple. So let's try it a little slower. I'll play that intro again. So we're going to start on C. Here we go. C, coming up on G. There it is, A minor, F, C, G, F, C. And then we repeat. C, G, A minor, F, C, G, F, and then C. Alright. So, again, first time touching a ukulele, that was probably very, very fast. That's okay. You can slow it down. Now, I wanted to point out something that you may hear people talk about, and if you don't have like music training officially, it may be kind of confusing. People talk about what key is the song in. The reason I bring this up is that this song, although it may have felt a little beyond what you're ready for, is perfect because it is in the same key as the recording of the song. What that means is that you can pull it up on YouTube or you can tell your Amazon device to play it and you can play along with it. And it'll sound good because it's in the same key. If it weren't in the same key, it just wouldn't sound right. It doesn't mean you're playing it wrong, it just means you're playing it in a different key. So if I asked 30 people in a room to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it would be a disaster because they would all be singing in different keys. Now, any one of them alone, it would sound just like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It would be beautiful, but some people are going to start on this note, some people are going to start on this note, some people are going to start on this note. It's the best simple description of what a key is that I can give you. You can't always play along with the video, but this one you can. Alright, so real quick, I know it's almost, well I guess it's 9:30 by now, I don't want to go like too long past 30 minutes. The best, easiest beginning ukulele song, in my opinion, is Jason Mraz, I'm Yours. It's these same 4 chords, and they're always in the same order. So, I can walk around my house doing this and not worry about whether it's the verse or the chorus or what's happening. Alright? So, just real quick so that later, you know, when you're practicing, you'll have something to play along with, we're going to do maybe just a verse and a chorus of I'm Yours. So this is a good example of one that if you pull it up on YouTube right now and listen to it while I'm playing, it's not going to sound good. It's in a different key. It works just fine, but it's not the same notes that Jason Mraz is singing. So this is the order, always going to go in that order, and it's a fun song. So let's try this. I'm going to do it full speed, crazy strumming and sing, and then we'll go a little slower and try to do it together. Alright? Jake, where can I stand so that this is visible? Like right there?
Well, you're off camera right now.
Oh, okay, so like over here?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the song we're playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch the head.
Watch my head?
The head of the thing. The ukulele. Yeah.
Alright. Well, you done me and I bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Here's our C again. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best test, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some more. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. C, G, A minor, F on a cycle. Alright, so let's just try. Nice thing about this one too is that the chords change a little slower. So let's try from the beginning. We're going to be on C. We're just going to strum on the beat. Alright. Well, you done me and I bet I felt it. G. Get our fingers switched over. What's our G chord? I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. Here's our A minor, another one finger chord. Use your middle finger. I fell right through the cracks, because then you can just add your pointer finger and it's an F. And I'm trying to get back. Here's our C again, easy change from F to C. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best test. Here comes G, so let's take our time. Remember, from C to G, our ring fingers going up one, and our other fingers will fall in place. Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. Easy one finger chord, A minor. I reckon it's again my turn. Now just add your pointer finger in the first fret to get your F. To win some or learn some. And now we're back to C. But I won't hesitate. There's our G. No more. Same as always to our A minor. It cannot wait. And here's our F. I'm yours. And you just end on a C. And that's the end of the song. So you could Google, just literally type into Google ukulele songs with C, F, G, A minor. That's what I did today to figure out which songs to use. There is a huge list. There are links there with the videos of people teaching you how to do it. You're just going to have to get comfortable going between chords. That's the hardest thing. Each chord, not so bad. But having to do it fast because the next chord is coming, that's where it gets harder. But it's a fun little instrument. I picked it up at an arts fair 3 years ago, and I thought it was fun. So I hope you guys think it's fun too. And I hope that somebody thought this was entertaining, because I certainly thought that it was entertaining. So, yeah, happy ukuleleing, everyone. That's it. Bye.